Okay, this is going to be the second quiz, the piecewise quiz. Now, I want to cover a couple of concepts. If you struggled on this, it was probably with this part of it. First of all, if you have any of these, number, okay, what you have, okay, this is what it would have to look like. All right, so if you got number, bottom line is no arrows, okay? So if you're looking at a section here, the big part of it is understanding that you have no arrows. If you have this or this, you will have a right arrow or that, okay? If you have this or this, all right, you will have an arrow going this way. All right, once again, that should be your sections, okay? That's the first thing if you made mistakes, all right? The second thing is, you got to understand how you build your table. If you've got any of these things, all right, you build the table, all right, this would be small to big. You would build your table using all of those values, small all the way down to wherever the biggest one is. That's for all functions. Okay? So regardless of whether it's a line, regardless of whether it's absolute value, regardless of whether it's quadratic, for all functions. Okay? Now, if you had this, all right, don't matter for these, okay? If you have absolute value or quad, you build off the anchor. All right? You would build around the anchor point. So if the anchor point was 2, -3, you would go 2, whoops. You go 2, 3, 4, 1, 0. Okay? If you have line, okay, you build off the condition. So let's say, I don't know, let's say this condition were 6. Then what you would do is you build, it would be 6, 7, 8, 5, and 4. Okay? So you got to ask yourself when you build for the table is what you're building off of. Okay? So those are the things that if you made mistakes, all right, that you probably made mistakes on. So what I know, all right, by looking at this, what I know right off the bat is that this section will be here to open. This will be a right arrow. Okay? All right, so make sure that you don't put extra arrows or dots in depending. Okay? So, now that I know that, I have this. So automatically I know I'm going to build from -2, -1, 0. I'm going to use all of these. For this one, since it is 0, okay, and I'm working with the line, I'm going to build off of the line. Okay? Now, since it says it's got to be greater than or equal to 0, I know that those two can't be involved in there. Okay? So, let's go ahead and make these tables. Alright, the first one is -2x plus 4. Alright, so table -2 is 8. -1 is 6. 0 is 4. Alright, so -2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I would have a closed circle, -1, 6, 0, 4, open, connect. Notice I don't have any arrows because I decided that already. Let's go to this table. Alright, x plus 2. Alright, I'm going to work 0, which is 2. 1, which is 3, and 4. 4, 3, 2. Okay, so 0, 2, 1, 3, 2, 4. Now, I'm going to have a right arrow. It means I have to go this way. There's no way to make a right arrow going this way. It's got to go this way. Okay? Alright, so on this one, I know I'm going to have this to this. No arrows. This I'm going to have here going this way. All right, so I know that right off the bat. All right, so this first one, I'm going to work from -2, -1, 0, and 1 because it's one of those. This one, since it's a line, I'm going to build off the condition. Now, I know that it's got to be greater than, so those are out. Okay, so now I'm going to build the table. Okay, all right. So automatically when I see that, I know I got to go from here to here. I don't have to worry about anchors. All right, -2 is 5, -1 is 2. Okay, 0 is 1, 1 is 2. All right, so -2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Open. That's not a very good open circle. Let's make this just a little bit smaller. -5, -2, 1, 2. All right, so that's open. -1, 2. It's there. 0, 1 here. 1, 2 here. All right, that's going to be open as well. And so I'm doing this. Okay, all right, let's do the other one. One, that's -1. 2 is -3. And then 3 is -5. I know this has to have an arrow, so 1, -1. 2, -3. 3, -5. And since I think it's got a right arrow, that's the only way that it can go. Make sure you can see that. Good? Yep, fantastic. Okay? All right, now let's move on to the next ones. Next two. Okay, just want to make sure for your viewing that I know how far. Yep, that's good. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to have this going this way. This I would have open to closed. This I'd have open to that way. Okay, so for this one, since it's off of -1, okay, all right, that's a line, so I've built off of the anchor point. All right, so now, since it has to be less than or equal to 1, I know that this can't be. Now, I know that basically this is going to create results of 4. Okay, so -1, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, -2, 4, -3, 4. Got to go left, so got to go this way. All right, this one, that's an easy one because I automatically know it's going from -1, 0, 1, and 2. I'm building all the way up. Okay? All right, so that's regardless of function. Those are the easiest ones when they give you those tables like that. All right, so -1 is 7, 0 is 4, 1 is 1, 2 is -1. Okay, so -1, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, 0, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, -2. Okay, all right, and then this last one, all right, once again, since that's a 2 and that's a line, I'm going to go 2, 3, 4, 1, and 0. I got to have greater than, so those aren't going to be involved. Okay, all right, so 2, 3, 4 with x plus 5. 2 is 7, 3 is 8, 4 is 9. Okay, 2, 7. 3, 8, 9. I know it's got to be that way. Okay? Moving over to this, I know this has got to be open going this way. I know this has got to be closed to closed. And I know this has got to be open going this way. Okay? So this one, what I'm going to do is, since it's a line, I'm going to build off a 0. Now, the only ones I'm allowed to use are less than, so I can't use these. Okay? All right? All right, so -2 is -6. -1 is -5. 0 is -4. All right, 2, -6. Okay, 1 and -5. 0 and -4. Gotta go like this because it's a left arrow. Okay, all right. Next one, 0 to 2, that's going to be easy. Okay, so I got 0, which is -2, 1, which is -1, and 2, which is 2. All right, so I got 0, -2, 1, -1, 2, 2. Gotta connect like that, no errors. All right, this last one is going to be built off of 2, since this is a line. So 2, 3, 4, 1, and 0. I can only have things greater than, so those things are out. This I know is going to be -3, -3, -3. So 2 over, -3 down. 3 over, -3 down. 4 over, -3 down. And it's going to go this way. Okay? All right, last two problems. Okay, this will be closed going that way. This will be open, ending with a closed. This will be open going that way. Okay? All right, so since this is a line, I'm going to build this off of -2. So -2, -3, -1, and 0. It's got to be less than, so those two are out. Okay? -2. Oops, I'm sorry. -x plus 5. Okay, so I got -2, which is 7. -3, which is 8. And -4, which is 9. So -2, 7. -3, 8. -4, 9. No, it's got to look like that. Okay? Now, this next one, even though this is absolute value, I'm still going to build all the way to here because it's those. Okay? So let's go back. Delete. Option num abs. X plus 1. Okay, -2 is 1. -1 is 0. 0 is 1. 1 is 2. Okay, so -2, 1. -1, 0. 0, 1. 1, 2. Okay, and this last one, I'm going to build off of, since this is a line, I'm going to build off of that, so it's 1, 2, 3, or 0, -1. It's got to be greater than, so I don't have to worry about those. 3x minus 1. Alright, so it's going to be 1 is 2. They already made the table for me, so it'll save me some time. 2, 5, 8. Okay, 1, 2. See, now this is already closed, so I'm going to keep it closed. 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm just going to still connect through there. Okay? All right, last example here. Okay, make sure I got good width there on that. All right. All right, let's make sure if I write all the way over there, will you see it? Yeah, you'd be close. Okay. All right, so this first one will be a closed going this way. This one will be open to here to closed. This will be open going that way. Okay, so for this first one, all right, since it's a line, I'm going to build off of -3, so -3, -5, -2, -1. I have to pick things less than, so these are going to be out. Since it's a number, I know that's going to be 5 and 5. All those are going to be 5. -3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. -4 and 5, -5 and 5, and this tells me it's a left arrow, so it's got to go that way. This one, I'm going to build around -2, -1, 0, and 1. All right, and that's going to be -3x plus 1. All right, so -2 is 7, -1 is 4, 0 is 1, 1 is -2. All right, once again, no arrows. Okay? And then this last one, now this is important. Since this is absolute value, my anchor point would be 2, 0. So when I build this, I'm going to build off of 2, 0. All right? So that would be 3 and 4, 1 and 0. Now, it's got to be greater than 1, so that's the only number I can't use. Okay? All right, so 1 will be, now this makes this table easy. I can just type these in, but save us trouble. 1, 0, 1, 2. All right, so 1 is 1, 2 is 0, 3 is 1, 4 is 2. So it looks like that. Okay? All right, if you go back to those first few pages, that's where most of the notes are. Go off that, you should be fine.